This is how I make my mehndi paste. Our star ingredient is of course our mehndi powder. This is body art quality Rajasthani henna powder, and I mix that in with a little bit of sugar. Sugar helps for the mehndi to stick onto your skin and also helps your paste become stretchy so it's easy for you to drape long lines. After this, I like to mix it with my acid of choice. I prefer lemon juice mixed with some water just so it's not too acidic. You might also see people mixing henna with coffee or tea. That's just because they need some acidic liquids in there to help break down the plants so that it releases all of its dye. Acid also helps the henna particles to bond with the proteins in your skin, thus making your stain last longer. So if you ever wondered why people say that you should mix henna with tea or coffee, now you know. I opt to use lemon juice over tea or coffee just because lemon juice is a great preservative. So that means I can use my cones for longer, they can stay out of the fridge for longer, and they can also last longer in a career. So once there's no dry bits left, I like to add my essential oil. Mehndi requires a lot of essential oils, so that's why it usually has such a strong smell. Majority of henna artists use eucalyptus oil, so that's why it sometimes smells like Vicks. I cannot stand the smell of eucalyptus oil, so I use other oils instead. You can use eucalyptus, tea tree, kajpur, rasavera, lavender. These are all oils that have a high terp content. So terps are just an alcohol that's found in essential oils that helps to break down your plant and to release all of those dyes. This is an active ingredient in your paste and it's super important. You're going to mix it until you get to this consistency. There's still going to be lumps and bumps, but don't worry because we are going to set this aside for 24 hours, and while it sets aside for dye release, these lumps and bumps are going to dissolve. So tomorrow when we mix it, it's going to be nice and smooth. Cover it up with a plastic wrap so it doesn't dry out, and this is the next day. This color change is how you know your paste has properly dye released. This means that you've given your paste enough time for the acids and essential oils to do its thing. You can see it's still really lumpy, but as I mix it, all of those little bumps start to dissolve, and then you get a nice smooth paste. Now all we need to do is to strain our mehndi paste. You're going to need a tall cup, a piping bag, and a nylon stocking. Your nylon stocking is going to be the thing that sieves your mehndi paste. This is what's going to catch all of those twigs, stems, and large leaves that are in your mehndi paste. A lot of people ask what's the difference between sieving your powder versus sieving your paste. Sieving your powder is already done in India. So when you get your mehndi powder from India, those workers in the factories have already sieved your paste 3 times over. Once they have dried it, crushed it, ground it up, they sieve it over there while it's dry. So now you're sieving it while it's wet just to ensure that any of those twigs and stems, after you've rehydrated your paste, sometimes those stems get a lot bigger than what it was when it was dried down. So this is to take all of it out. Now I'm grabbing onto my nylon stocking and twisting the piping bag. As I'm pulling the nylon stocking, I'm holding the base of the piping bag really tight. This is the most strenuous part of mehndi paste making, but without this step, you're not going to get that smooth, luxurious paste that you want. Your cones are going to start jamming, or it's just not going to be a good time when you're applying. Once your nylon stocking is pulled out, the smooth paste is going to be in your piping bag, and all of the dry bits are going to be in your stocking. This is the second piping bag. Sometimes if I'm making a large batch, I like to separate my strains between 2 or 3 piping bags depending. So let's just say I'm making 100 grams of powder. I'm going to split that up into 2 piping bags. While I was straining the paste, and even while I was making the paste, I'm constantly talking to my birds and whistling back and forth with them. If I'm eating something, they want to see what I'm eating. If I'm doing something, they want to see what I'm doing. If I'm on the phone with someone, they want to talk as well. So they're always constantly talking, constantly yapping with me, and I kind of love that. And here's the second one done. Now all we have to do is tie it up and pipe them into cones.